The man picked up a burning hot piece of charcoal, stuffed it into his mechanical arm and tightened it to stop the bleeding. Then he used a belt to strangle his own neck, started the machine and hoisted himself into the air. After that, he shot himself several times with a nail gun. In reality, Jack had been bitten by a zombie. Once the virus reached the brain, he would turn into a zombie himself. Fortunately, Jack had an incredibly strong will. He managed to suppress the virus. Jack was born into a world overrun by zombies. If an ordinary person was bitten, they would quickly turn into a mindless monster. The only option after being bitten was to end their own life. These zombies had hearts encased in steel. Regular firearms had a hard time taking them down, so the cities built towering walls to keep the zombies out. Transporting supplies relied on heavily armored steel trains, but even these trains weren't completely safe. If they weren't careful, zombies could break through the doors and get inside. That's why everyone had to strip completely for inspection. At that moment, a naked man suddenly ran out in a panic, shouting that he hadn't been bitten, but his body had wounds on it, and his nervous behavior made him suspicious. The soldiers found it hard to believe him, so they surrounded the man and prepared to take him out. Just then, Jack immediately stepped in to stop them, because he noticed there were no bite marks on the man's body. He believed the soldiers had failed to inspect him properly, but the soldiers looked down on Jack because he was just a worker, so they beat him up. At that moment, the zombie flesh Jack had collected fell to the ground. Jack had been gathering it for research, but the people around him didn't see it that way. They immediately turned their guns on him.